You are.
How's things? You good? I'm good, mostly. And good to see your task is underway, but change your plan, though it's a lot to ask. Up for a visit to Olympus sometime soon?
Lord Hermes, just a moment. What do you mean, Olympus? My task is to stop Kronos in the underworld. I can hardly breathe the surface air, much less get to a mountaintop.
Come on, Em. You have your ways. Gramps is up to something bad, more than his usual attacks, so just give it some thought. Wouldn't ask if it was nothing, right? Okay, gotta run, and so do you. I'll be in touch by Boone. So long for now.
Goodbye. Olympus needs me. On the surface. Now we make haste. Some bones for later use.
The river Cocytus winds through endless misty passageways. The wailing souls within its
Reminds me of home. They got through. Dear Goddess Hestia, I hope you will accept this offering. It's a pleasure to have met someone with your warmth, wisdom, and strength.
Well, look at you, making me offerings. Such hospitality. And while I throw most customs to the flames, the old exchange of gifts is one that I don't mind. So here, something from me.
Something from Auntie Hestia.
You've got a real spring in your step, if I'm not mistaken, dearie. The handiwork of swiftest Hermes, I suppose. You know what else moves awful quick? Here, let me give you a little hint.
Fired up. You again. Vanquished.
Hold on, sister. Beaten to it.
Marked one for me, did you?
Nice. That's all of them.
You're in top form. It's been a pleasure to have worked more closely with you, Sister Artemis. This is hardly worth the gift of impeccable precision, though I wanted you to have it.
Doing the old traditions now, are we? Well, sure, then I accept your offering, Sister Melinui. And I've an offering for you in kind.
Truly, you're the best.
Hermes finally got a hold of you, did he? Sounds like things have really taken a turn on Olympus. Glad I'm not there.
Artemis, how can you say that? It's your home. I'm going to see if I can head up there and lend a hand.
Is that even possible for you? Born of the underworld and all that? Then again, you're a witch. Must have a remedy for everything. Then it's yours.
Let's do this again sometime. That gloom, a shadow spiller. Return to Shadow now. That Shadow Spiller's tough. How could I lose to some Shadow Spiller like that? Ugh, unacceptable.
Hey. Hey, Mal. I was just floating. Floating around, I guess. And existing. Just kind of existing a lot lately.
Failing, making progress, I don't know. Speaking of, shouldn't you be practicing your haunting, Dora?
Oh, yeah, no, I thought maybe I'd take a break from that. Why do now, or you could do later, right?
For the sense of accomplishment? Another prophecy. Another prophecy fulfilled.
Good morrow.
Hermes is back, headmistress. He was able to lend some of his swiftness and also asked that I come to the aid of Olympus. Has the hour grown so desperate up there?
He would not ask otherwise. To be sure, this complicates the task. My view, however, is that you are not yet prepared for the surface. I'll not lift the wards barring that path.
And if I were to lift them myself? I've seen you do it.
Then you'll be more prepared than you are now.
I need to make my own way to the surface. Damnaski Traxon.
Interesting.
So mote it be.
What was the source of your misfortune that you're back with such a scowl? Some whalers or caskets, perhaps?
Yes, a shadow spiller. I lost my way against one. Can hardly see a thing when they're about. I should be stronger than this.
You've strength enough. They merely test your nerve. Foes such as that are to be faced head-on, no hesitation. Set for another go.
I am. what you said to me before about my mother.
Fair enough. Can't kill each other here, but we can use our words. If we were fighting for real, I wouldn't have held back either.
I figured not. What say the cards this eve? My keepsakes.
Behold that heirloom storage case over there.
The Ember. Much deeper than it looks.
Hold everybody, Silver Sister on deck.
Lim and Oros.
How have you lately fared against the lurkers and the serpents all that way down in the watery depths? Knowing of them and squaring off against them are two very different things.
They're significantly stronger than the lost souls lingering around here. And they have no sense of fear at all, attacking without any hesitation.
They're basically just walking fish, young one. Not much for conversating, but they'll stick you with a trident just fine. Don't you let them.
I won't.
Cut straight to the bone.
The pick. I'd best be off. To the House of Hades.
Oh, Hecate's your teacher, is that it? Known her since I was probably your age. Right proper dame. Been far too long since last we saw each other, come to think. What can you do?
A soul tonic. Silence. Some sort of gateway on the ground.
so good at letting go, is it? After eons of prosperity, all that we've built together...
That's a feeling there. It wants some of my life essence before letting me in. Ugh, fine, it's only blood. Where in the... Who in the... I merely borrow this. What sort of boon is this in such a place? Well, in the name of Hades, Olympus, are you there?
Olympus cannot hear you, Spawn of Hades, but I can. And I have for you a proposition. Assist with a quandary of mine and benefit. Your response?
Almighty Chaos. I'm honored to make your acquaintance. What sort of quandary would concern the origin of all existence? And how do I fit in?
Time shall tell. But at present I have inferred that your response in essence was affirmative. Thus may our newly formed arrangement prove most interesting. Accept my mark and go, and later I shall open the abyss for you again.
Just have to live with the side effect for now. Return to Shadow now. How long was I out?
Well, look at you. How'd you get all those other shades out there to do the busy work around here anyway? They practice.
Headmistress took them in. I helped train and communicate with them. Many came from being trapped between the realms. Some never got a proper burial. Others died unfulfilled or violently. They never made it to the underworld.
Oof, that's rough. Say, you don't think I fall into one of those categories there, do you? I'd hate to think I didn't get a proper burial.
It's not a laughing matter, Dora.
Moonlight guide you.
There's more I can do with this cauldron. I need pure shadow to permeate the surface wards. So what if... Oskion Katoski.
You've done it.
Last night, Headmistress, I traversed a gate that led me to the depths of chaos, where I met its host. I've heard so much from you of Nyx, yet somehow I never expected to meet her mother and father. Of all creation, not just her.
An audience with primordial chaos. Hadn't entirely expected that. Although, given that Nyx herself has not been seen since Kronos took the House of Hades, I am unsurprised. There is no fury like that of a parent bereft of their child. Does Chaos seem an ally to us, then?
I believe so.
Well, thank you, Nyx, for that.
Be well. Nemesis must have a head start.
Let's see. So, there's a bit of a new wrinkle in our plans. We've been able to verify some of the details that Master Hermes suggested to you about what's brewing on the surface.
Please tell me what you may. And if you think it wise for me to deviate from my objective to address whatever's going on up there.
The forces of Kronos gather to sail on Olympus through a channel cut across the land. You're poised to disrupt the enemy ranks from within. Aid Olympus, and your chances against Kronos may improve.
The warded pathway leading up should drop me right into the heart of our foe's forward garrison. It seems so reckless.
Call it a calculated risk.
Which cards reflect my path? The Centaur. Ashes of the past.
Everybody at attention.
Discura. The old storage case. So, it's an...
That it is, and for as long as I can recollect. Look upon it knowing that the burden which you bear, you need not bear alone. Plus it'll keep your keepsakes all in one handy spot.
A symbol of the gift-giving custom of Olympus, then. A tradition that now falls to us.
Yep.
The task comes first. Into Erebus. Death to Kronos. Please accept this, Great Aunt Hestia. Your generous support means a lot to me. I know there's so much I can learn from you.
To teach. You seem a recluse, much the same as I, besides, although a looker still. But it's been nice to have made your acquaintance. You've got my everlasting ember, haven't you? Could fairly see its flicker even here. Your way of signaling to your great Auntie Hestia and all the rest that you are hankering for boons with just a little bit of spice.
curious to see. Thus my experiment continues to unfold, its outcome yet uncertain.
Almighty Chaos, with your experiment so vast in scope, what can one individual achieve? The quandary you mentioned when first we met. What would you have me do?
Spawn of Hades, I ought to clarify I do not care for idle talk. Ask me no questions. Respond only when prompted or when necessary in the absolute. But above all, do as you will.
Let's see how this goes. Okay. Apollo.
When Artemis first told me your tale, I figured it was just one of her pranks. Taking on the Titan yourself, come on. But it did sound like something a vengeful child of Hades might attempt.
Those shadows. Oh, that was chaos. Return to shadow now.
I take it this was not the outcome you desired.
Ah, blasted shadows. Will this truly come to pass? The fates expected this.
Melenoi?
Headmistress, if Olympus is besieged, then why am I not permitted on the surface? If I could aid the gods, then they could aid us even more.
Melenoi, however you complete the task is up to you. I have not barred you from the surface. But I caution, if you go, your strength shall fail you. Your birthright is to blame. No fault of yours.
Born in the underworld, and here I'll stay, thank the fates. I don't intend to live up there, Do you know how long I'd even have?
I know your brother and father had a day at best ere they could not stand it any longer. Perhaps you're different, but don't count on it.
A day at best. Why not send Nemesis to the surface in my stead? Even if I undo the ward sealing the path, I don't know that I'll last long up there.
The matter on Olympus isn't as personal for Nemesis as it is for you. And she hasn't been especially receptive to suggestion recently.
No, I suppose not.
A blade.
Does Headmistress know yet of your little excursions? Not much escapes her notice last I checked.
Strongly advise you mind your own responsibilities. Hecate doesn't control me, and you should show a little gratitude.
For what? Endangering us all? I didn't ask for your assistance, Nemesis.
Because you're weak.
Know the past, know the future. What secrets lie within? The silver spade. You're mine.
It shall serve you well.
This night calls for... Farewell, Commander. To the House of Hades. Feels even sturdier. For me. I'll slay you all. Sister Selene, let us together shine this night, O moon.
I held to faith your task would not require you above, only below. But Hermes indicates the threat here on the surface now looms larger than we thought. Rise to us then, whenever time permits. Behold my light. Lunar ray.
Together we shine. Can't right now. Shadow Spiller. Need to recharge. No! Return to Shadow now. What a night.